Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian, welcoming you back to Tabletop Simulator, and today's game is Orleans. Orleans is a bag builder designed by Rainer Stockhausen and published by TMG Games. Orleans is, as I said, a bag builder, which means what we're trying to do over the course of the game is we're trying to build our bag of followers so that we can get lots of points at the end of the game. The game takes place over 18 turns, of which each one has 7 phases. The first phase is actually already done for us, which is drawing the first tile, the event tile. The second phase is seeing who has the most farmers, which is also done for us because we both have one at the beginning of the game. Then we draw people out of our bags, we assign them to jobs on our home board, and then we execute them if we have enough people. We then resolve the event unless it's a pilgrimage in step 6, and in step 7 we change first player. Each turn goes by really quickly. Even with 4 to 5 players, I could easily see this game being finished in 2 hours. And I think 2 hours might be a bit on the long side for this game, which makes it brilliant. And it's also very expandable. I don't have any expansion, so I've removed the expansion content from this. But it is a thing that you could do. So, what are we looking at on our home boards? So there are several types of characters in this game. There are in fact 8. We have monks, farmers, craftsmen, traders, boatsmen, knights, and scholars. That is 8, right? It is 7. I can't count. Oh my gosh. Each one of them has a specific track, except for monks, which give you bonuses of free goods, tech tiles, which make it easier to do things. You can get buildings. You can get some money. You can get more tiles out of your bag, and you can advance up the development track, which gives you more points at the end of the game. We also each get 5 coins. There we go. So, how do you get these things? Well, if you look at your player board, and they're all identical, this gives you several locations you can send your followers to accomplish specific tasks. Let's go from top to bottom. The ship and the wagon are both quite similar. You advance your merchant along either a river or a path, and any goods you jump over, you get that good. Whoopsie. I missed that one. There we go. The goods are worth a certain amount of points at the end of the game, and you also use these goods for other features as well. So that is what ships and wagons do. Guild halls. Every town in the game can have exactly one building, except for Orleans. That can have 1 per color. Next up, we have a couple that are all very similar. We have the castle, farmhouse, village, university, and monastery. These all get you 1 token, which you can then, and move you up the respective track, if there is one, unlike monks, for example. So this is how you get a knight with 1 farmer, 1 boatsman, and 1 trader. Farmhouse, 1 boatsman, 1 craftsman. Village is one of these 3 you get to pick, with 1 farmer, 1 boatsman, and 1 craftsman. University for scholars, which is 1 farmer, 1 craftsman, and 1 trader. The monastery is a monk, which is 1 craftsman, 1 scholar and 1 trader. Monks are unique in that they count as a wild card. Everything else has a track that gives you some sort of benefit. So let's go over these one by one. The farmer track gets you a coin at the beginning of a turn, specifically in phase 2, if you have the most. In a 3, 4, or even 5 player game, you would lose coins if you have the least farmers. But for everyone else, it's just 1 thing. Next up, we have the craftsman. Craftsman is what are called technology tiles. Technology tiles replace any worker on your board permanently. Your very first one must be a farmer, and it can never replace a monk. That's what these reminders are for. Next up, we have Technically I should remove some of these, like you're never going to get that many. Next up we have buildings. There's two kinds of buildings, type 1 and type 2, which give you your own personal worker placement spot to use as you see fit. Next we have the boatsmen. Boatsmen get you money, which is nice, but the real value behind boatsmen is this right here. Citizens are big points at the end of the game if you've played your turn correctly. They can be worth a lot of points. So, very, very important to recall. Next, we have knights. Knights let you draw more tokens out of your bag, giving you more flexibility and more options. And about halfway through, there's a citizen. Next, we have the scholars. Scholars give you bonuses on the development track. If you jump over a citizen or coins, you get that benefit, but you're really trying to get to these, which are end game score multipliers, up to a maximum of 6. The last building I haven't talked about yet. Well, I talked about the scriptorium, which is one space on development track for a knight and a scholar, but let's talk about the town hall. This is called the Beneficial Deeds Board, and these offer one-time bonuses, plus the benefit of a citizen if you are the last person to go here. So if you provide the last person for a particular area, you unlock a citizen. In a 2-player game, I often find this doesn't get used a whole lot, because the biggest benefit is getting the citizen, and you rarely need money in this game. The other downside of using the town hall, by the way, is they're gone forever. You can never use them again as workers. Now, if your bag is getting full to bursting and you just want to trim some fat, that is actually a valuable use of the town hall. But for the most part, going heavy into the town hall, I don't think is really that good an investment. I think with a larger player count, it becomes more valuable. Because you can kind of like snipe, but when there's only 2, not so much. Goods all have a fixed point value at the end of the game. And in addition, you get a point for every trade station you build and every citizen times the development level. And that, my friends, is how you play Orleans. So, you'll notice, Abby, why do you have the word blue over the blue player? Because for whatever reason, Tabletop Simulator has decided that blue is in fact gray. And no matter what color I change this to, it always looks gray. I don't know what's going on here. Like, I could change it to, say, purple. Hit apply, and now it looks red. I don't know what's happening here. But regardless, that's why I just had the word blue. Something's going on with these houses that is just bizarre. But anyway. So, the first 2 phases are already done, which was draw an event tile, which is pilgrimage. Pilgrimage is you cannot have any monks this turn, which is fine, because you're not getting any monks during turn 1 anyway, because you don't have any scholars. Phase 2, whoever has the most farmers gets a coin. I don't see any, so now we do phase 3, which is draw characters out of your bag for your limit. Your limit at the beginning of the game is 4. So, they're going to get exactly the same 4 workers. It's not going to change. Because we can only draw 4, and there's only 4 in our bag. I'm not going to bother shuffling, because that's just silly. So, next we do the planning phase. This can be done simultaneously if you wish. I think it makes more sense to do it in turn order, but doing it simultaneously is fine too. So the first thing we're going to want to do in the early game is try to get more people. More people is more options, and more options is more good. With blue, I think we're going to do this. We're going to get a farmer, which will get us a coin every turn for the rest of the game, at least initially. And then we're going to go to the university. Red, meanwhile, might be the one to go after knights first. Knights are needed for a lot of the advanced buildings, but they also could go scholar first. Like, they can literally grab a scholar before blue can. That's pretty potent. Or they could go get a knight, or they could go to the village. And I gotta be honest, getting an early craftsman could be an interesting start to this game, and I think I'm gonna go for it. And then this worker is going to go over to here with anticipation of getting castles going on. So now in turn order, this is the only part of the game that in fact must be done in turn order. Each player resolves one action if they have any to resolve or they pass. In this case, he can resolve the farmer action, so he's going to put these two back in the bag. He is going to take a farmer into the bag. He's going to advance blue up this track. Not this track, just kidding, this track. And he's going to get 1 wheat out of the resources bag. Now, wheat's only 1 point at the end of the game, but that's 1 more point than he would have if he had never done that. Now I go over to red. And red is going to do 1 craftsman, 1 boatman, and 1 farmer, and he's going to grab himself a craftsman. So, he then gets a tech tile. And he is going to place that tech tile, which must cover a farmer the first time, right here. This is going to make it much more easy for him to get knights for the rest of the game. He doesn't have to spend the farmer for that, essentially. So, no legal moves. No legal moves. We both pass. Phase 6 is when the event triggers, but this event happens the whole time, so you just remove it from the game. And then we have a new first player. That is our first of 18 turns. Back to a new event, and we have taxes. For every 3 goods you have, you pay 1 coin. I'm checking to see if you only have 1 good if you pay anything. Let's see here. Taxes. Pay 1 coin per 3 goods. That means you need 3 coins. Or 3 goods in order to actually have to deal with that. So that's fine. Okay. Blue's ahead on the farmer track, so blue gets 1 single solitary coin. Coins are 1 point each at the end of the game. Coins are not nothing. And then we would shuffle the bag, but you can only have 4 anyway, so there's really no point. 1, 2, 3, and similarly 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to do his planning first. He's definitely going to go over to there. And he probably wants to get a boatman. Yes, a boatman. So he's going to go here and here. And then I need a boatman so I can get a farmer, so I'm going to come over to here. I think that will do for my planning phase. Do note, the more characters that are here is fewer characters draw out of your bag, so that's always something to consider as you're playing the game. I'm definitely going to come over to here to get my scholar. Blue and white by itself doesn't get me anything. But it does get me on the path to this. That's what I'm going to do. Red goes first. Red goes ahead to the castle and gets himself their first knight. So red advances up the track. They can now draw 5 tiles out of their bag per turn, and red's action there is done. Blue's going to get the game's first scholar. Which is worth 2 development points. 1, 2. 1 more development point, and they come away with the game's first citizen. No characters left nothing left to trigger, nothing left to trigger. Now this happens, no one has 3 goods, so this is meaningless, and then first player changes hands. New event time. Taxes again. There's 3 of each event. It's good to get this out of the way early. That's a coin for blue. And we draw 4 workers. Okay, very, very easy choice here. We're going to go to the village. And we're going to come over to here. For that. I'm actually just going to save this farmer. I don't have a really clear idea of what to do with him yet. And by keeping him in the market, yes, it's one more spot hogged up. I'm not worried about that. I think it's much more valuable to have him available for next turn where I can decide what to do with him. You would be able to draw 5. You don't have 5. That's fine. Definitely going to go here. Red and black is moving the wagon. I think that's an excellent idea, and we'll do that. Okay. Blue resolves first. Blue is going to go to the monastery first. And get the game's first monk. Monks offer no benefits other than being freaking monks. Which is a pretty good benefit. Hang on. Why were there 11 monks? There should not have been 11 monks. There are 14 monks of the game. Yes, there's too many monks. And too many farmers. Because there's 14 farmers, you remove 4. No, there's 16 farmers, you remove 4, so there should be 12. That's actually the correct number. But there are too many monks. There should only be 8. So since I've just taken 1, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then delete it. Okay. So that was their first action for blue. Red is going to go to the village and get themselves another boatman. That's going to earn red 2 coins. Which is not like the sexiest thing to get in this game, but boatmen help get farmers. And they're also used in a couple of other areas, so they are worthwhile to have them. We come back here, and we're going to go to the village. Now the question is, do we want a trader, a craftsman, or a boatsman? The trader would be pretty solid. And traders let you get buildings. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to take the game's first building. So there are 2 kinds of buildings in this game. There are Tier 1 and Tier 2 buildings. You only get Tier 1 buildings the first time you get a trader, but beyond that you can pick one from there. And you just get to pick one. So I'm getting up on traders. I could make wool. I could get wine. Wine is 3 points. 2 coins into development. If I go hardcore into craftsman, that's pretty cool. I can use boatsman as of any other type. The sacristy prevents you from suffering any negative effects. But I like the library. The library is just a good building to have. It's 2 development points. And all it takes is a scholar and a knight. So I think we're going to go for that. No additional characters to move here. You're also done. Resolve the event. Nobody has 3 goods. And move first player. So as you can see, each turn doesn't take long. Unless you're having like a really hard time thinking. The plague. So at the end of this turn, anybody in the bag could be removed from the game. I said they go back to the bag, unless it's one of your player workers. So that could be nasty. Could be nasty. That's going to be a coin for bleu. And we do need to shuffle this up, and I've only got 4 people. Womp womp. So I only get to draw 4 tiles. But I do have my farmer from last turn, so I'm not totally screwed. Okay. You would get to draw 5, but you've already only got 4, so you just draw them all. Cool. And, my friends, it is now time to start planning. So, red definitely wants to start getting some goods. We definitely want to get another farmer. And the question what we do with the blue and the brown, I think we go ahead and we come over to here. I know that's a really solid move. It's going to help build up our bag for future turns. It's going to be great. Over to blue now. Blue's got several choices here. And they've got nobody on the board, so they've got maximum flexibility. I really want knights and scholars so I can start taking advantage of my awesome library. So let's go ahead and... Oh, I can get one or the other, but not both. I really need a knight. I've got so many people that I'm not able to unlock their full potential, so I've got to get a knight. And then I think we get a farmer. All farmers all the time. Okay. So red gets resolve in action first, and red wants to get on the wagon. So red's going to take the merchant, move him one direction anywhere. These are worth 5 points, so they're going to go and grab this piece of brocade. That is red done. Blue is going to go ahead and claim themselves a knight. Right into the bag. Back to red. Red's going to get themselves a farmer. They move up this track, and that's going to get them 1 wheat as well. And last but certainly not least, which annoys blue to no end, or red to no end, which is that blue's also going to get another farmer. And that's going to be 1 wheat for Team Blue. Nice. Okay, so this is all done. Now, however, the plague strikes. So we're going to shuffle up our bags. If we get our player color, and I'll show you what that means. It'll say player worker when you draw them. Ooh, that's a gone knight. Notice you don't move back on the track, but you do lose your knight. So it doesn't say player worker. That means their new farmer is gone. Again, you don't move backwards on this. But it is one less benefit. But it is one less tile for you to deal with. Plague gets removed. First player goes back to blue, and we draw a new tile. It's another pilgrimage, so if you want to get a monk this turn, you can't. Well, that's fine and dandy. It's not dandy. It's not even fine, but here we are. 5 tiles for each player. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5. Interesting. Okay. We just get all 5 of yours. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So blue's going to do some planning here. So the most important thing to get early on in the game, I find, is getting that first citizen. Because it can be worth quite a lot of points at the end of the game. And I've got this library. So I'm going to go ahead and send 2 workers here. Now the issue, of course, is that a farmer and a boatsman doesn't really accomplish anything. But I do need another knight. So I'm going to go ahead and come over to here. And then next turn, I'll get to see 4 new workers. So that's blue's planning phase. Now red's gonna plan. Red definitely wants to go here. That is a for sure. I've only got 1 farmer. I need a second farmer. Or I need another knight. Because red could try to race this track to get this citizen. The thing is that knights are kind of secondary characters, and if you don't have a strong enough economy otherwise, knights aren't always the best choice. So I think we go farmer and start on the path to another knight next turn. And then we'll save this knight to figure out what to do with them next. Okay, so blue gets to resolve things first. Blue's only resolving 1 action, which is he's going to the library. Do note, the library or the pilgrimage does not mean you cannot use monks. It means you cannot recruit monks. That's going to be 2 knowledge dropped by blue, a nice endgame multiplier, and the game's first citizen. Well done, blue. Next, red is going to go ahead and claim a farmer. That's going to get them 1 farmer into their worker bag, and it's going to get them another wheat. More importantly, this stops blue from getting a free coin at the beginning of every turn, at least until blue gets another farmer. Okay. Red has no more actions to take. They're 1 character shy, so they're going to go ahead and resolve this. And what do they want? I think they want another tech tile. Tech is quite strong. And craftsmen are very, very handy. So he's going to take a tech tile. And where's he going to put it? No longer has to cover a farmer's space. So what he could do... Oh, he could instantly get a knight just for... Oh, that's almost silly. I do need to make sure that that's legal. That you can put more than 1 tech tile in an area. You cannot put more than 1 tactile into place. I see. That's fine. Monks or scholars would be a nice little bit of symmetry. But I'm thinking being able to build guild halls more easily would be pretty nice. So I'm going to block the knight here. Because I've gotten several farmers here, and I think that's going to be how I use that tactile. No action here, no action here. Resolve the event. This event is resolved actually in step 5, not step 6. Change first player. New event. 1 coin per development level. Very opportune. 14 blue anyway. Speaking of blue, same number of farmers. Nobody gets any money. So, red, you are going to draw, I believe, 5 workers. Yes, you are. 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 5 workers for you as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so first things first, we're going to get ourselves a knight with red. We're going to build our first guild house. Red, white, and blue would let us move. That would be pretty handy. It's also very patriotic. I just realized I don't have any scholars with red. That is a bit of an issue that we'll need to try to solve next turn if we can manage it. But nonetheless, we're going to have a busy turn, and that's going to be good. How is blue going to prepare their turn? So this is obvious. The rest of it is less obvious. Can I get a third development this turn? I would need to get 5... I can't do that. Like, getting a scholar both gives you a scholar and gives you 3 points. I don't see how that's a bad thing. And then I'm definitely going to try to use a scriptorium next turn. No, actually, I'd rather get a monk. And then this white farmer, I'm just going to leave out here. I just don't know what to do with him yet. Okay, Red gets to do an action first. So the question, of course, is, does he go to the... Oh my gosh, I'm a giant potato. No, 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 no. Nope. I can't actually do the ship action. I don't have any rivers by me. I hope it doesn't annoy you that I took my turn back, but I did it, so deal with it. Yeah, that's makes this a less powerful turn, but that's alright. Let's try to grab another villager, and then we'll just move him to the left and save him for later. Okay, actual action time. We're going to go and build a guild hall. And it just goes out there on the board next to me. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezing. That is a Knigget for Team Blue. Blue and Knight. That means next turn I can start pulling 6 tiles out of the bag. Very spicy. Back to Team Red. Not complete. Is complete. He moves up the knight track as well and gets a knight. Do note, very important, this citizen is only 2 steps away. Someone's going to probably end up getting themselves a citizen in the near future. And certainly not least is the university. That is 1 scholar for blue. Up the track and 3 more movements. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be worth 3 coins. I'm going to turn in 2 and get 5 back. Back to red, nothing to do here. Back to blue, nothing to do here. Event triggers. You get coins for each level of development you have. That is going to be 1 coin for red because you have 1 development. And it's going to be 2 coins for blue. Very spicy. Very, very spicy. I like it. Event has expired. Gets removed. Shift on over. And we draw a new tile for a new round. It is the harvest. You must pay 1 farm good or 1 coin. Thankfully, we both have wheat, which is only 1 point, so sacrificing that is no biggie. We are tied in farmers. No one gets a coin. It is now time to draw our hands. You're going to get 6 workers now. An endless world of possibilities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No knights. Interesting. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okie dokie. So blue gets to act first. Again, planning can be done simultaneously. I'm just going to do planning turn by turn though. So Getting another knight would be nice, and it would move him closer. But the thing is, it's always going to be easier for red to take knights. Instead, no, I don't actually have that many knights. Because knights and scholars get me research points. So first things first, I'm going to get me a monk. Then I'm going to get me another scholar. And then I'm going to get me a knight. Perfect. Red. Red is in a good space to build guild halls, except he can't build one there. Would cheese or flax be more valuable? Flax is more valuable. Flax is 4 points. So I think we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to do this. I'm definitely going to do this. And then y'all two are just going to hang out for one more turn while I figure out what I want to do. Okay. So, blue gets to go first. And blue is going to go ahead and claim a monk. Done. Red is going to go ahead and move their wagon. And he's going to grab himself some flax. This also puts him in a position, by the way, to get another brocade. So that's going to be pretty good. Blue's going to get themselves a knight. Plus moving up this track. Red is going to get themselves a villager of some kind. Do we go tactile? Or do we go building? I kind of like the idea of using a boatman just to basically print research whenever I want it. But I'm wondering if there's a better choice. I'm wondering if we just keep going tactile, though. Like, it's been a good strategy for us so far, and, like, turning traders into monks is just going to be so bloody good that I think we have to do it. I think it is mandatory to take a tactile here. And that means I can just turn blacks into monks left and right, and that's just going to be great. Okay. So that is red done. Blue does have one more action. He's going to go get himself a scholar. Blue moves up there. Scholar. And he's going to gain 4 tech points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Now, blue doesn't have any citizen. Blue has only 1 citizen and doesn't have any buildings. So you might want to start doing that to take the most advantage out of this. But nonetheless, he is off to a very solid start. Nothing more for red, nothing more for blue. We trigger the event. We're each going to give up 1 wheat. Because let's face it, it's 1 point at the end of the game, and who gives a shit? I certainly don't. Oh, these are for, like, the extra players. I guess I never got deleted. LOL. Let us then change first player. And let's draw a tile. Income again. Very good for blue. Not as good for red. And blue also is going to be like, I don't get any money. I am sad. But we'll survive somehow. Okay. So, red's going to get to draw 6. Or 7. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do note, if red had the ability to draw 7 tiles, he doesn't have room for 7, he could not have done it. He would have just lost that one forever. We are talking 7 for blue, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So, Monsieur Red, definitely gonna build a guild hall. For sure. He probably wants to get moving up this track. So let's come over to here, and we're gonna get ourselves a blue dude. I just have so many freaking knights. We're gonna... Is getting a farmer just... No, that would give me a coin and a good. That's not useless. And you know what? I don't need 2 knights. I'm going to go ahead and send one over to this wagon here, but then I'm going to go ahead and send you to the town hall. We're going to get involved in that now. Over to you. You've got 1 citizen. You're about to get a 2nd. You really need to start moving up the development track. Oh, no, he's already up the development track. So then he needs to start building guild halls. Which you can absolutely do with 1 farmer, 1 worker, and 1 knight. Now what do we want to do? I do kind of want another knight. But I just don't see a downside to flying up this track as fast as possible. I don't see a downside. But a knight, working towards a knight would be really helpful right now. So we're going to do that. I'm going to do boom, boom. I think now would be a good time, because I think I have too many scholars, and scholars are only good for 2 things, which is knowledge and, It's only good for knowledge and making more monks. So I'm going to go ahead and put 1 on the monastery, and I'm going to put 1 over here. So, Red wants to head out to the town hall. And he is going to come over to here to the Pabstfall. I wonder what that means in English. Some of the board stuff here is actually in German, which I am not the greatest at. I'm looking at the board if I can see it here. Ooh, it is thunderstorming. Spooky. It's actually not that spooky. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. And I can't see the full thing, so we'll just accept it. That's going to be 3 coins, though, for the red player. So we're just going to delete 2 singles and grab ourselves a 5. Nicely done, Team Red. Back to blue. Or I guess to blue for the first time. They're going to build their first guild hall. With their really, really gross color, they're going to build it in Orleans, because it's the only place they can go. They're also going to build a guild hall. And they're going to build it where they are. The city of Le Mans and the city of Chartres. Both of them have some stuff going on there. Back to blue now. Blue is now going to trigger their extra scholar. And they're going to send them here for 2 coins. So we're going to delete 3 coins to get 5 coins. Nice. Now it's going to be red just doing a bunch of shit because blue is kind of behind on that. So red is going to grab a farmer. He's also going to get him some cheese, which is lovely. We all enjoy some cheese now and again. That is cheeseroo is the technical term. Blue still can't do anything. They don't have enough characters. So then red is going to get a villager. And because I've got the monk printing, I think this would be a phenomenal choice. To get a trader, and then we need to decide what we want. We can look at the level 2 buildings. Let's take a look at these. Oh, the cannon tower gives additional... Oh, that is spicy. That's basically an extra place to go to the town hall. Oh, never mind. Oh, it's either. They can either be used for the town hall or... Interesting. Okay. But I really like the idea of getting the pharmacy. The pharmacy is... I can spend up to 3 coins to go up 3 spaces. And I've got all these buildings, and I'm not taking much advantage of that. I think we're going to go ahead and take the pharmacy. No, I'm not. I am a potato. I only get tier 1s. Whoopsie doodle. Right. The port is not in this game. What does the bathhouse do? Oh, you can get 2 additional tiles and put 1 away. Oh. Oh, that's pretty handy. That would help me be a lot more efficient at getting the stuff I need when I really need it. Let's do it. Let's grab the bathhouse. There's one small error with this mod. This mod does not include the laboratory, which is another way to get tactiles. That I think is a real shame because it's one of my favorite buildings to get, but that's fine. We will survive somehow. No more actions to be taken here. Let us proceed thusly. So you get a coin per development level. That's going to be 3 for blue and 1 for red. Yeah, blue really needs to work, or red really needs to work on getting up that development track because right now he's got a lot of things for multipliers, but he's not going to get anything from them, which is not ideal. Blue gets to go first. We are halfway through the game, and it's another plague time. So very important. Quite importante. That's going to be a coin for red, because red does have more farmers than blue. And that's time to shuffle. And blue's going to get 7 tiles, and red's going to get 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Mr. Blue. So this is obviously going there. White, red, and black makes some sense because they can't build another town hall based on where they are right now. So I think we'll do that. We'll do white, red, and black. We'll do black over here. And then brown. I guess starting on the building of the guild hall is pretty handy. So I think we'll do that. Then over to red. Clearly we're going to do this and this. This. And I guess we get another farmer, which would help us build more guild halls. So that is a useful thing to have. There we go. Okay, so blue. Blue is first going to go ahead and do the knight. Which does let him draw any more tiles, but does give him another citizen, which is pretty solid. You're going to go ahead and move, is red. And red's going to grab this brocade and just annoy the shit out of blue, because blue really wanted that. Oh, well, sucks to be you. Back to blue. Blue's going to move. He's like, damn it, I should have moved first. Oh, well. So blue could go get this wine. But I think blue wants a chance to build a house. He's going to come over to here and take this wine instead. My children need wine. Back to red. Oh, we're going to get ourselves a monk. Blue is going to do the same thing. He's just a big fat follower, is Mr. Blue. And last but certainly not least, red's going to grab himself a farmer. That's going to be another cheese as well. Excellent. I don't know. I don't want it to alarm you, but right now red is winning this game by a fair bit. Blue could easily catch up because they're so far ahead on multipliers. They just need to keep pushing that strategy and actually get some like buildings built and get some other stuff done. Okay, now we do the plaque, the motivational plague. We're gonna pull out, not player color, that is that brown or black? That is black. So goodbye, extra trader. What is your deal? That says player worker. He cannot be removed. So that is no plague for red. Oh, I didn't do anything stupid here, did I? I did not. Perfect. So first player changes back to red. Drawing a tile. It is taxes time. For every 3 goods, you must pay a coin. Well, it's a good thing the red's going to get another coin because they're going to have a fair few taxes to be paying. Although, yeah, blue has nothing to worry about. Okay, so red is going to get to draw 6 tiles. 6 glorious, fantabulous tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then blue is going to get to draw 7. That rain is really coming down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's interesting. It's a very interesting mix. But I'm here for it. Okay, Red. So, Red definitely needs to build a guild hall. Very, very clear decision. It's going to get him some points. He could get 2 development. But 2 development doesn't really do him a lot of good, but that might be what he has to do, because he doesn't have enough black characters to get him monks, or to get him scholars, which is what he really needs right now. So let's go to the farmer. Here. Does the bathhouse trigger instantly? Oh, it's during phase 3. Oh, it doesn't have to have a farmer. Yeah, this is in the... Yeah, the farmer is there to do... Wait, what does this do? Oh, no, I see. So this is actually from the first edition of the game, not the second. The first, it happens during phase 3, but in this, it's the way I thought it was. So this happens immediately. Oh, no, that'll happen when we do actions. Never mind, sorry. So that could get us something helpful there. Gonna get another farmer. And then I think I just keep the 2 browns and see what happens here. Or I could send the 2 browns to get us... Ooh. Yes, I will do that. It's not efficient in the least, but I think this is more valuable to send them to the town hall and start working on getting some... moving up this track. I'm starved for going up that track, so I think this is a good idea. Alright, over to you. I could finish this and get a citizen. It would cost me 2 monks, though. I don't know if that's something I want to do. Well, first thing I definitely want to do is I definitely want to come over to here. Black and gray gets me another monk. Yeah, I think this actually makes a ton of sense. We're going to go ahead and take the 2 monks, and we're going to put them in the town hall. Because that's just another citizen, which is just going to get us even more endgame points. We're not going for a good strategy. We're definitely going to be going for buildings and multipliers to get us where we need to go. Alright. And then you're just going to hang out while I figure out what to do with you next turn. Alright, so first he's going to fire off his bathhouse. So he's going to get to draw 3. Wait, what? No, this is the original edition here. Yeah, so it would happen during phase 3 and it's automatic. It's not... So yeah, I need to quickly draw 2 more. And then put one of them back. I will put back the blue one. And then I will assign you to here. And I guess just keep you in reserve. Sorry, I wasn't meaning to be stupid there. But it's because this should actually be grayed out. Because you don't actually use the farmer unless using the first edition rules. But that's fine. So red gets to do their actual action first. And red is going to go ahead and build a guild hall. And red's going to build it right there. Blue's like, cool story, bro. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to build a guild hall. With my disgusting colored houses. Then we come back to red, and red is going to go ahead and get a monk. Un monke. And we're just going to come right on with blue, and blue's like, quit stealing my ideas, red. I also want a monk. That's an event tile. That's not a monk. And I'm going to shuffle that. Sorry. Then red's going to say, well, I'm going to get another farmer. You're never getting a coin again. And he's like, yeah, fine. We're going to get ourselves some wine. And then Mr. Blue is like, I'm going to complete a good deed. Notice you don't get 6 coins, you still only get 3. I believe that to be true. Let me double check. And make sure I'm not being silly here. Oh, it is for each character. So then I would get 6 coins. That is a great deal more powerful. It makes that slightly more palatable. But this is why I really came here. Getting me this dope citizen. Easy points. He's gonna come over to here. And he's gonna take his first 2 bumps on the development track. Okay. No legal actions. No legal actions. That is it for this. Next, we're going to pay some taxes. That is 1 coin for every 3 goods. And I just pulled out that. Bad me. Only 1 good means 0 coins. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coins. That's 2 coins. 1, 2. Taxes aren't really a big deal when you're this bloody rich. Wow, I feel like a billionaire now. Okay, no more monks this turn. Well, that is the pilgrimage. And red gets a coin. All the coins for red. Well, just one of the coins for red. Not literally all the coins for red. So, blue is going to be drawing 7 tiles. Five, 6, 7. That's only going to be 6 for white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. Blue's gonna plan out their turn now. So, one thing I didn't mention, how you get this citizen. The very last citizen, the 13th citizen in point of fact, goes to whomever has the most trading stations. So in order to do that, first of all, I need to be able to move. And I really want to get me some brocade. So I think I'm going to... Oh, I don't have any black. It doesn't matter. I have plenty of that stuff. Okay. So he's going to be able to move. He's not going to be able to build, though, because he doesn't have a farmer. But blue could easily get more development points, so I think that's going to be the next approach. We're going to go... Oh, no, I can't do that. I'm out of farmers. Wow. Of all the things to run out of in this game, to run out of farmers just makes me feel gross. But I guess we can fix that. Go there, and then... A gray and a red still gets us 1 movement. And then we can see what to do with our gray next turn. Red. Red wants to start moving up the path. So we're definitely going to do white, brown, black. I can't build with red because red is just kind of hanging out. Oh no, I wanted blue and black to get a 7th tile. That's more important, sadly. But then I can just do this. I got me 2 whites. If I'm drawing, I'm going to want to commit one of these guys. And I forgot again. Son of a bitch. I get to do that every turn. 2. And I get to take one more person. That's awesome. So we're going to take him then. And then, what do I do with a white, yellow, and a black? I'm going to get a scholar, because I desperately need one. And I'd love to build a guild hall, but I can't, because I am stuck where I am. So we're going to do white. And we're going to go for red, because I don't think I have enough knights to guarantee myself a knight there. Okay. So blue goes first, and blue is going to go ahead and move. And blue is going to go this way, because then he's going to move away from some brocade. It's going to get him some grain. Grain's not terribly exciting, but it gets the job done. Speaking of things that are not exciting but getting jobs done, that's going to be a scholar for red. 1, 2, and scholar. Okie dokie. Next we go back to team blue. He's not sad, he's just the color blue. And we're just going to go ahead and grab 1 development. Which is good for 4 coins. That's worth mentioning. Okay. Back to red. Yep, we go for a Knigget. And you're going to get a farmer. This is less about the cheese than it is about the farmer, but I'm not going to turn down the cheese. It's still free points at the end of the game. So there we go. No more actions for you. No more actions for you. Event goes away. First player changes hands. And new turn. New event. It is a harvest. That's going to be 1 big fat coin for blue. It is then going to be red's turn to draw their tiles. Now remember, I get the additional bonus here. Actually, I don't, because I have nowhere to put it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to call some farmers. I don't need this many farmers. I am going to have to do that, guaranteed, no matter what else I do this turn. At least red can build a guild. No, they can't, because red never moved. That is embarrassing. I got this. I'll figure it out in a minute. Blue also gets to draw 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I haven't seen a boatman in a while for this, for blue. Nice. Okay, so we definitely want to move. And that is a black, so it's going to have to be my monk. And then we'll be able to build a new guild hall. Oh, we're gonna do red and gray. I'm gonna do a white here, and then I'm gonna put 2 white right here. Remember, Town Hall doesn't push you back. Over to blue. Blue's got another citizen tile in spitting distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They would need 6 moves. So they need another monk. They need another scholar. So we're gonna go brown, white, black. Then I'm gonna do red and gray. And blue is near a river, but it wouldn't really help him to move. Wait. Red and gray. I should never use the scriptorium when I have the library. That's 2 moves instead of 1. That's just better, right? I could get a tactile. Is that what I want, though? Look, blue is falling behind in buildings. But each building is still worth a lot of money to him. But really what he wants is he really wants citizen tiles. I think those are even easier for him to get than building tiles. I don't know where there is one to be had, though. I could do a monk and a gray over there, and then I just need to send 2 knights. But I have other plans. Is there any reason to take a boatman? It would get me closer to... I really want that freaking brocade. I'm gonna do white, red. I'm gonna go ahead and put the blue over here, I guess. Okay, red gets to do an action first. Red is definitely going to move. And red is going to go back to Orleans and get some wine. Okay. Now we go to blue's first action. Blue's going to go ahead and grab himself his scholar. So blue goes there. That's 5 moves up the track here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to red. Red is going to go ahead and build a guild hall in Orleans. Remember, Orleans can have 2. That's 1 for every player color. Oh, blue has nothing more to do this particular turn. He's going to be a bit busier next turn, though. But red's got lots to... Oh, no, yes, they do. They've got 2 more moves. Because of this. I'm going to go ahead and lock this down so that I can easily grab things and put them back in the bag. And that is a move of 1, 2. Another citizen tile. Red is going to use his scriptorium. Not as good as a library for sure, but not terrible. And then blue has no actions to take, so red is going to go ahead and take these 2 farmers. And he's going to do canalization and get himself 2 more development. 1, 2. That's going to get him 3 coins. That is, in fact, 20. 1, 2, 3. And done. We've both taken all of our actions. The event triggers. We each must spend 1 food good. I think 1 wheat from him. And 1 wheat from him. First player changes. It is trading day. 1 coin for every station you have. That is very dope. For Team Red. Not as much so for Team Blue. Speaking of Team Red, they get another coin. I could make change, but why bother? Alright, Blue is going to get 7 tiles. And Red is also going to get 7 tiles. I then get to draw 2 more tiles and keep 1. White would be more useful this turn. So, Blue, what are you going to do with your turn? Well, I really just want to keep driving up this track if I can. Can I take an action if there are no more tiles? Let me see here. Can I take an action if those... I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. You can't do it when you're at the end, but... Let's see here. Suppliers only require a single tile or none at all. Oh, you can always look into your bag to see... That's interesting. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so I was actually wrong about that. If we run out of a particular tile, you can't play an action that provides that tile. So that's the difference. So basically, once we're out of scholars, I can't do scholarship anymore, for instance. It's very interesting and important to know. Okay. Scholarship has to be the #1 thing we do here. But I can't do it at all. I've only got 1 monk. Ugh! I'm definitely going to use the wagon. I can do this reds and a whole... Well, I can do this for red and gray. And then I could do this. I guess it's not going to be a terribly satisfying turn, but here we are. I'm just going to put that up here at the front, so I can decide what to do with them later. Unless I could get... No, they don't want scholars here. I can only use it to get coins, and that's not something I really care about right now. So I think we just hang on to him for now. Red's turn. Red's definitely going to use white and brown to build a new guild hall. That is after he moves, obviously. Oh, he can move too, can't he? Yes, he can. Using his wagon. I really want to... I'm maybe going to put a boatman there. And I guess I'll come over to here. Because I want another black so I can, A, get a building that might actually be a bit more useful for me, but C, so I can have an easier time getting monks out of the monastery. Okay. So, blue is going to take their first action first. They're going to go ahead and move their wagon. That is blue, and blue's going to get them some brocade. Good news, 14 blue. Red's gonna move next with their wagon. I just realized like the knight's meant to be escorting the shipment. That's pretty cool. It's hard to get that excited about flax, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Because that's the nearest place I can build a new trade station. Back to blue. Blue is next going to move 2 spaces. 1, 2. One, two. Red is then going to build their guild hall, their new guild hall. Right here. Blue cashes in their knight and their scholar to move up 1 rank here. Just kidding. They will move that, but no, that's blue. Then red's double thing gets spent. I didn't screw it up. I just did it in the wrong order. That's why I started. I'm sticking to it. Oh my god. Get in the bag. There you go. Again, that is all possible actions. Next, you get a coin for every training station you have. That's going to be 5 for red and 1 for blue. It's more than 1 for blue. What am I talking about? It's 1, 2 for blue. Yeah. Okay. We delete the event. 5 rounds left. We're approximately 2/3 of the way through the game. A bit more than 2/3. It's another trading day. What a bargain. Red is going to get a coin for having the most dudes. Farmers is what they're called. And red is going to draw a total of 9 tiles. Because then it's going to get to discard one of the last 2. Might as well get the most out of the bathhouse, right? A farmer would be significantly more valuable, so goodbye, boatsmen. Wait, what? No, blue only gets 7 tiles. So yes, I drew 1 too many. You go... Gray is less important to me than white. There we go. Sorry, wasn't trying to cheat. And then you're gonna get 7 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Red does their planning phase now. I'm definitely gonna do this. And this. And this. Nope. Red needs to move first. Can I do both? I don't believe I can. Oh, yes, I can. I just move and then I build. Ouch. Okay. Blue. Blue would love to move 6 more spaces. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's another citizen. He's got to get another scholar if he can. Which he can. He is then going to go... Yep. It's going to go red-gray. And then he's got white and gray a whole bunch of different places. So I guess we're going to do white. And then white, white. And then gray. Eventually scholars are going to become useless to blue because he's about to max out the track there. Okay, red gets to act first. Red definitely wants to move, so move red shall. Cheese is worth more than wheat, so he's going to go up here. He is going to claim a scholar as Mr. Blue. That's 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Claiming a citizen and 5 coins. Is it 5 or 6? It is in fact 5. Nicely done. Red is also going to take a scholar. Boop. 1, 2, 3. No, because he's at the end of the track. Blue can never take the scholar action again. Not that he needs to, but that is something worth noting. And then we're going to move here and here for a total of 3 coins. Let's delete 2 and get a 5. Okay, blue still has, or red still has one more thing to do, which is to use his Peril Monks and build another trading station over here. Now, important to note, he's going to have to move 2 more times in order to get another trade station. That is not something to ignore, but it just might take him a bit longer to do what he needs to do. Okay. 1 coin per trade station. That's going to be 2 for blue. I think it's going to be 6 for red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is going to be 6 for red. Let's just get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. And grab a 10. 10 coinaroos. Very nice. Very, very nice. This is gone. First player goes back to blue. And it is our last plague. Give him the motivational plague. Don't you mean the plaque, sir? Yes, yes. I'm pretty sure Mr. Burns actually, in fact, did mean the motivational plague, but... I mean, you gotta figure, a plague would be pretty motivational, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... So remember, I'm going to draw a total of 9 and keep 1. So that'll end up with 8. I think I did that wrong last turn. I mean, I'm going to take the monk every time. Okay. Blue. What are you going to plan for this turn? Well, you've already accomplished one of your goals, which is maxing out... Oh, no, you haven't quite maxed it out. Why not? Because I never did the last step. Oh my gosh. Sorry, friends. I am maximum potato all of a sudden. There you go. Now it is maxed out. That's the whole reason you did that. So, what else could get him points? Well... Trade stations and goods would be the two things he really needs to focus on for the rest of this game. He's not going to get the citizen. It's just not going to happen. That would take lots and lots and lots of terms he doesn't have left. So let's do this. Getting a monk, always helpful. I'm going to get rid of 2 scholars because I have no need for scholars any longer. And then I have a monk, so we're going to go... Can I go by ship where I am? Yes, I can. It gets me wheat, which is kind of lame. But it does get me in a position to do other things later on. But then I missed out on the brocade. No, I can't do that. I'm just going to keep it and then decide what to do with it later. I'd rather go over to here and then use the raft movement to go up there. So that is your turn done, Mr. Blue. Red. Red's got to get 2 moves in if Red is going to build any more trade stations. Gonna do red, white, black. This does mean I miss out on making a scholar, though. I don't have another option, though. I'm also a bit overburdened with scholars. And the only thing I can use scholars for right now... Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of my scholars. There's no point in keeping them. They're just clogging up my bag at this point. Another farmer gets me some more wine. That's a pretty solid good. I think that makes some sense. And then I'm going to put you here. I don't know which action I would claim, but I would claim something. Wait a minute. No, don't be stupid. Avi. Always build. Oh, I can't build. That I was right. I was right. I knew what I was doing. I just pretended I didn't know. Okay. So blue gets an action first. I guess blue built his... No. Because they're both trying to use scholars, right? if blue wants the best, they're going to want to do this first. So they're going to come over to here and here. That's going to net them 4 coins. Are 4 coins the end of the world? No, but it's 4 coins that they won't be able to get now. That's why the town hall matters quite a lot. We're going to go ahead and hop on our wagon as red. Just going to go 1, 2. It would take 3 to get the brocade. Or I could just grab a cheese. Ah, that's the issue. Yeah, I have to go here. 1. Back to blue. Blue's going to build their guild hall because why not? It's free real estate. Back to red. They're going to go ahead and get themselves another farmer. Like, none of the farmers are all that great. This is just about getting the wine, which is 3 points. My children need wine. Then we go to blue, and blue is going to take a monk. Only 1 left. And then they're going to come over to here, and they're going to go 1, 2. For 2 coins. We'll get rid of 3 and make it a 5. No, very important. We are now 1 step away from getting yet another citizen. And red gets to go first next turn. This could be very important for them. Now the plague happens. That is a dead scholar for blue. Oh, sorry. Technically that goes back in the bag. It does not get deleted. I'm just going to pull out the scholar. And he goes back in the bag. He does not get removed from the game. And red loses a farmer. That's fine. Plague, he does go back, right? Yes. Okay. So I guess he gets the plague but then recovers, which kind of didn't happen, but alright. I guess I could use the monk to go by ship with blue, but it wasn't really worth it. I'd rather get the brocade and then move by ship. Okay. So that tile is removed. Red is first player. And that makes this incredibly important. Do note it must be a black character. It cannot be a monk. Monks count as monks on this board. They don't count as anything else. But if you could get a citizen, that would be a goodly number of points at the end of the game. Potentially. So, something to keep in mind. New tile comes out. It is a harvest. Okay. A coin for red. And then let us shuffle, shuffle, shuffle and get some tiles out. So remember, he's going to draw 9 and keep 8. Come on. Yes! I need to move, but I've got a red already. I need a red, black, and a white to move. I've got plenty of monks, but I think I will put him back in the bag. Okay. Then blue draws. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So right away, that guy's going there. That's happening no matter what. This is one of the only spaces you can do just one. You don't have to do both. I could use a monk to get another monk. But no, eyes on the prize. We want to move. And then we want to build if I can. Which I believe I can do. Because I would move here, take the wheat, and then I'd be able to build. Perfect. I'm going to put the red here. I'm just going to have the brown guy hang out. Or am I? No, I'm going to put him there, because then I can grab a thing. Cool. You. I want to move by land before I move by ship. Do I have a white, black, and red? I do. I can use more than one monk in an area, right? Yes. Do we build a guild hall? I don't see why not, and I think I will go ahead and use... Because I have no need for scholars anymore. So I think sending them off to the town hall makes sense. Okay, so Red's definitely going to go first. He's going to run over to here. Drop him off. He's going to get a coin, but more importantly, he's going to get a citizen. That is un coin. Next, blue is going to move by land. We're just going to claim him some brocade. Back to red. Red is going to move by land as well. It will only get him boring wheat, but that's alright. Because it's to be in a position to build a guild hall. So blue builds a guild hall. Then red builds a guild hall. Then blue moves by ship. Gets that flax. And then which of these do I actually want? I think I want a trader because I think I want one more building. So trader would be here. And now I get to build a building. And it can be a tier 2 building. Using a scholar as anything except a monk would be pretty insane. But I really like the idea of getting the pharmacy. Because then I can start scooting up this track without worrying about getting scholars. And I think that's critical. Critical, even, for our purposes here. Alright. All the actions have been taken. No, they haven't. Blue also gets to... there, I guess. That's gonna get you a coin. Well done, Blue. Okay. Then the event triggers. Red spends a wheat. Blue also spends a wheat. First player goes back to blue. It's a new trading day. Okay. Coin. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word coin. Coin. Alright, red. Penultimate turn. Although you're actually blue, now that I think about it. I meant that. I know what I'm talking about. No, I don't. You're going to draw 9 and keep 8 because of the bathhouse. Obviously I'm taking the monk, because why wouldn't I? Okay, so blue's going to plan their turn. What does blue really want to do? Blue would love to get citizens, but the problem is there's only one citizen left, and it's going to be awfully hard to grab. So instead, I think he grabs the brocade. That's 5 guaranteed points. That's not nothing. Plus he can build a guild hall with this. And my monkey chum is just going to hang out, because I really don't have anything for him to do right now. So just going to kind of hang out with him. Red's choices. What is Red going to do? Red needs a scholar, right? There's only one left, and there's actually 2 left in the bag, but that would really help him get his multiplier going. So we're going to start with that. Brown, black, and white. I don't think I can dump my boatman, because one is my player boatman. Yeah, because he's going to beat me too building that guild hall. I still want to move here, though, because then next turn I could do another boat ride and get a thing. And I could get my last night. It would let me draw 8. No, it's because of the bathhouse, it's worthless, essentially. But I can and will send the knight to the pharmacy. And I guess I'll grab a farmer, because that at least gets me a good. Which is good. Get it? Get it? You get it. Blue. Go ahead and build yourself a guild hall. Oh, that's interesting. If blue builds the guild hall first, which is admittedly worth 6 points, then red's going to get the 5 points for the brocade. Oh, that's interesting. Or blue moves first and gets the brocade, but then red gets another trade station. I gotta take the build. Because it's just more important, right? It's 6 points versus 5 points. It's basic math. So it's going to go there. Red's going to say, okay, then I'm going to travel and get me that brocade. Then blue is going to sail. And blue is going to go here. Yes, that still gets him 1 move away from doing something. Oh, so that's fine. That was blue that just moved. Back to red. Red's going to get himself a scholar. I don't really want the scholar. I just want the big move up the track. But I will take the scholar, obviously. And that's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to get him 4 coins. Take a 5, ditch a 1. Oh, no more actions for blue. So back to red. Red is first going to go ahead and take his farmer. That's going to get him some flax. Flaxy, flaxy, flax. And last but certainly not least, the knight goes to the pharmacy and spends 3 coins to go up 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So basically, if he can get a skull on his last turn, that's going to give him a multiplier of 5. That might give him the edge. I think red might have this in the bag because of all the goods they've got, but we'll have to see. We will have to see, my friends. Next, you get a coin for every trading station you have. Red only has 3 left. That means 7 coins. So we're going to do 5, 6, 7. Blue has 5 left, so blue just gets 5 coins. Event goes away. Red becomes first player. And our final event is income. A coin for every development level. Okay. Well, that's cool. It's another coin for red. Let's get this done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Always take the monk. And that goes away. Okay, so red gets to do their planning. Red wants to move and then build. So he's going to do brown and white. Oh snap. They can't move and build. They don't have enough monks. Well, that's awkward. If that's the case, then he's better suited going to the university. And then I guess we'll send... What else gets me points guaranteed? Well, I can go here to move 1 more step. I'm going to send the boatman to the pharmacy. And black and brown don't get me shit. Well, black gets me a monk. I don't know why I'd bother with that, though. Because it just wouldn't make any sense, right? Like, getting a monk doesn't get me points at the end of the game. You don't get points per follower. That'd be pretty crazy if you did. So he's done with his planning. Blue would really like to move and then build. So he needs to go up the road, which he can easily do. He then needs to build a guild hall. Again, easily done. And then... black and a monk would get him some coins. And actually, that's what the other player should do too. He should spend his last 2 in the town hall. Cashing them in for coins at the very least, which is points at the end of the game. Okay. So, red takes first action. Is there any reason to go first in the town hall? Not really. Because he's just going to go there and there. That's going to get him 4 coins. And black and a monk can't block that. So he doesn't really care. Oh, let's get the university happening. The final scholar goes to Team Red. And that's 5 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to Chicken Cordon Bleu. He's gonna build... Wait, no, he's got to use his sailing first. He's gonna go down the river on a ship. Well, probably a boat. I mean, these are just rivers. They're not... Oh my god, wait a minute. Wait just a minute. I think I did the wrong thing. I did do the wrong thing. It should be you, and you, and then you go there. Okay. Ends up not making a difference, because you can still do both things. I just put the wrong workers down, because I'm a potato. He's going to claim some cheese. Very nice. Blue is then going to... Or red. Why do I keep saying blue and then red? Whatever. Oh, you're going to get 1 more knowledge, which does you a fat lot of good, but don't worry, the pharmacy might get you over the hump. Next, you are going to build a guild hall, Mr. Blue. Next, red is going to use this. He's only going to spend 1 coin because moving 3 doesn't help. And 1 coin does get him 5 coins. Like, he can't get to the end. There's nothing you can do about that. Oh, well. Blue then gets to place their people. So 1 there and 1 there. That's going to be 4 coins. So he'll turn in a 1 and get a 5. That seems good. And then, last but certainly not least, red takes a black and a brown. Nope, so it doesn't get him there. Even if I came down there. He's going to go here and here for 4 coins of his own. He will also delete a 1 and get a 5. Then the event happens. That's going to be 6 coins for blue and 1 for red, or 5 for red. And technically, the first player would change, but there's no point because you don't get any points for getting first player. So, now it's time for final scoring. So before I do anything else, I think the easiest way to do final scoring is just going to be turn everything into money, because money is delivered at the value of 1 point per coin. So we're going to go 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. 20. 1. Oops. Damn it. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab this whole bag. Because that's just going to be easier. Because we're going to need a lot of 20s, I think. Game. Cease. Okay. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, coming over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. Okay. So now let's cash in the trade goods. Actually, I'm just going to grab all the coins here. This is going to be easier. Alright, so for blue, every citizen... Oh, sorry. Very, very important thing happens as well. Red also had more trading, so they get the final citizen here. Okay, so that's 5 citizens and 6 stations. That's 11 times 5 is 55. Sorry, 11 times 6 is 66. That's going to be 20, 40, 60, 5, 6. Red has 7 stations and 2 citizens. That's 9 times 5 is 45. $45. Just gonna go boop, boop, boop for another 20. Then we're gonna cash in our goods. So brocade is worth 5. And cheese is worth 2, right? Yeah. So that's 10 for the 2 brocade. That's gonna be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the flax and the cheese. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't stack them. That's annoying. I mean, I can stack them, but... Okay. So brocade is worth 15. So we're going to do a 10 and a 5. That counts for the brocade. Flax, he's got 2. That's going to be 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of all this for 110. Cheese is... No, sorry. Wine is 3 each. That's going to be 12 for the wine. And 12. We're going to go boop, boop, boop. Cheese is going to run for 3... Or it's going to be 3 for 2, so it's going to be 6 more coins. And a 6. Get rid of the 2 5s. Get rid of the 10, and put out another 20. So the final score is, drum roll please. If you don't have a drum roll, that's fine. I won't be upset. It's going to be 40, 60, sorry, 40, 80, 120, 130, sorry. Is it just easier to count? So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 4, and 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 4. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 44. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 44. So the winner is the person furthest ahead on the development track because we got a tie. So blue wins. Holy shit. That game was way tighter than I thought it would be. I thought that blue's absolute pile of goods would lead them to victory. But it did not. 1 wheat or 1 coin and red wins the game. Alas, that did not happen. That is really cool. I'm really happy that it ended that way. Both players played very, very well. I think getting over 100 points is a pretty good sign that you know what you're doing in this game. And they both picked different strategies. But ultimately, what won the game for blue is the fact that we're able to get citizens at a much higher rate. And kept pace with blue and kept pace with red on trading hubs. So, a well-earned victory for Team Blue. Well done. So, what do I think of this game? I think it is fantastic. If there is a downside to the game, I think this is the kind of game that kind of screams for expansions, and there's plenty of expansions, don't get me wrong. Because there's limited paths to victory. There are limited paths to victory that are genuinely going to work for you. Now, I will acknowledge that neither blue nor red got heavily into buildings, which is something I just didn't do this game. And red's incredible tactile usage is probably why they finished as well as they did. But at the end of the day, only two things really score you lots of points, and that's trade stations, good. Only three things get you points, right? Goods, trade stations, and citizens. And it is really hard to get citizens out of the town hall. Really, really hard. I could maybe see a strategy where that's all you do all game. But I would have a hard time seeing that strategy being successful. Maybe in a two-player game. Maybe. And that's only if you literally go balls to the wall, only town hall. Because if you think about it, you can't use town hall your first turn. That's fine. But you can put 2 people in the town hall every turn. And if you buy the cannon tower, that could be 4. I don't hate that as a possible path to victory. I mean, they'll let you put 36 people in here, which would be enough to give you basically all the citizens, realistically speaking. But I'm just not so sure. I'm not so sure. But yeah, that's my only criticism of the game. It runs buttery smooth. It's very fun to play. There's randomness based on what you draw from the bag, but it's easily mitigated. And so while there is an element of luck, it's really about good planning. Which just worked out beautifully for both players, really. I'm a little sad the mod doesn't have the laboratory in it. Because laboratory is, I'll just tell you, it's something for a tactile. It is a scholar and a, a scholar and a craftsman. Gray and brown. That's a pretty powerful building. But we don't really get into the buildings. And that may have been a mistake. That may have been a mistake. I think the school would have been a phenomenal building for blue, who just had so many scholars by the end of the game that they just stopped being useful. Knights useful pretty much the whole game. Boatsmen, they're not that useful. Which is kind of a surprise. Like, there's 3 spots to use boatsmen, right? But as long as you have enough monks, the reward for boatsmen is kind of crappy. Like, yes, don't get me wrong. There is a, at the end of the tunnel. There's a citizen at the end of it. But all it gets you is money. And money is only useful for points in this game. There's just nothing to spend your money on for the most part. That'd be something else I wouldn't mind seeing in an expansion for Orleans. And I know that there are expansions, I just don't know what they are, because I haven't bought any yet. But I like this game enough that I might think about it. I'm going to think about buying the expansion to it. Yeah. Really smooth, really clever. There's lots of paths to the points, but there's only a few ways to get points, which is an important element of this game. I cannot imagine a strategy that can ignore scholars entirely, though. You know, scholars themselves aren't all that great. They are critical to get your multiplier up. If red could have gotten their multiplier up by 1 more spot, they would have utterly destroyed blue, and it wouldn't have been close at all. That would have easily beaten them by like 10 points. So, yeah, you can't ignore scholars in this game. There's other ways to get development points, of course. But scholars are just the best way to get a lot of points. Knights are pretty critical, because mostly, again, knights are kind of like scholars in that knights are fine. They have a role to play in the game. But you really want knights to get more tiles out of the bag, to do more things. Buildings are great. Tech tiles are one of my favorite strategies in this game. Even though blue never used them and still won. So again, multiple paths to points, just a hard time getting points sometimes. The variability in the setup comes from which goods come out onto the board. That's always random. There was a lot of brocade this time around. And I think had there been less brocade and more wheat, then maybe moving around the map so much. Red also played really inefficiently toward the end, where they had to make multiple moves to place a station. So that didn't work out. That was maybe a bit problematic. But yeah, I love the game. I love bag builders. I wish there were more games that were reliably good at bag building. There is one more that we'll actually be playing in 2 weeks called Quaxo-Quellenberg, which is another bag builder just in a different way. But this game it's fantastic. It's really, really well done. I can't recommend it enough. I guess there's not much theme to it. It is a Euro, but you can have a Euro that has lots of theme. This game does not have that. That is perhaps the one area I would be like, not so good. Like, I don't feel like we're French peasants. I mean, yes, there's cheese and wine. Okay, obviously. French peasants. Or French merchants, more practically speaking. But it doesn't really feel French. It doesn't. I don't get really a medieval feeling in this game. So I guess, I mean, most Euros don't have a whole lot of theme. But it is possible to make a great Euro and still have pretty solid theme. Like, I'm thinking off the top of my head of viticulture. In viticulture, I feel like I'm running a winery. Here, I feel like I'm doing things, and I'm getting points, and I'm having fun, but I don't feel immersed into it. Like, I think because it's not clear what you're meant to be. Maybe? I don't know. However, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone that likes and comments these videos because it gives me energy to keep going with these. Only took me 2 playthroughs to get this one. My problem last time I played, I just got red and blue confused as players. That's why I literally put red and blue above the players. Because I kept forgetting who was who, and it was a nightmare. Weird mod facts are the houses all looking gray. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it's not the end of the world. I'm actually going to give you 2 mods in the description. One is scripted, which is better for multiple players, but because I'm doing it solo, I had to use the other version. But I think both mods have something to offer. But scripting in this game would be nice, just because putting out goods is kind of a pain in the butt. But until next time, in 2 weeks when we play Quaxo-Quellenberg, this has been Guardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.